Let's find out a little bit more about this Dormobile. This is a very historic Land Rover.
Yeah, what we have here is a 1964 Martin Walter Dormobile. We're in the process of doing the research on the vehicle. We have the original registration on the vehicle, and that registration proves that this belonged to a Major Blunt, who was over the Army Air Corps, the British military. His son is the singer James Blunt. Has several top 40 hits. It's an interesting truck, right-hand drive, diesel. By the numbers, it was originally supposed to go to Australia, and I guess Major Blunt had some pull, and he went on to become Colonel Blunt, and decided he wanted one, and for some reason this didn't make the boat to Australia. He wound up with it and kept it until the mid-70s. Somewhere around 1975, after changing hands a few times, it was flown over by TWA, by I guess an American military man, where it then was transported to Colorado. It's been a few years. The vehicle changed hands a couple of times here in the U.S., wound up back here in western North Carolina. It then was prepared and went down through Central America a couple of years, 81, 82. On the last tour, it recovered a bus that had slid off the road into the ditch. They used a hemp rope, towed the bus back onto the road, which sprung the rear cross member, and the fuel tank fell out. So the same rope that they had recovered the bus with, they tied the gas tank in, which is still holding the tank in to this day.
Oh yeah, let's look at it. And there's the rope holding the gas tank in, just as Sean was saying.
The vehicle was then brought back and parked in a field with the intentions of replacing the rear cross member, which sadly never happened. The owner then removed the suspension so that it wouldn't be stolen, and oddly enough, 17 years later, the vehicle was actually stolen. The would-be thief actually picked the car up as it being an abandoned vehicle. The owners, it was on their private property. The owners came back to the area. They were at the time living in Florida, came back to see if the vehicles were gone, inquired about it, and word got to me that they were looking for it. I contacted them and told them who had the vehicle and what was going on. 2 years later, the actual owner had passed away. The sister, we did some horse trading, and the car wound up here. I actually chased this car for 17 years to get it to here, and now restoration is about to get underway in earnest. We've been doing all the background work, and the BNG 845B registration plate is in fact original. It is a 625 and not a 626. Most 5-door Dormobiles were in fact 626. As we understand, there's a bump difference where there's 2 bunks in the top would be a 625, and no bunks in the top would be a 626. This has 1 bunk in the roof only on one side, which is unusual. So the 625 number makes this somewhat of an anomaly. So I originally had plans on converting it to left-hand steer and gas, but now that we know all of its history, I think it makes it a little more historically significant, and we're going to leave it diesel and in fact right-hand drive. I actually have another 64 that is left-hand drive, and I'm going to paint both of them back in the original bronze green and have bookends. His and hers, or mine and mine, but one right hand, one left hand, one gas, one diesel, and I plan to have a set of twins.
Hey, that's going to be a rare set of twins.
It will be, yeah. It's thought that there's somewhere around 300 of these surviving. We're thinking somewhere around 1,000 were totally produced, so it is a pretty rare vehicle.
Well, it's only the second one I believe I've ever seen, so it is rare. You know, since they're very unique, all Land Rovers are very unique, but the ones with the colorful history such as this one go one step farther and drift into the realm of legend. So thank you, Sean, for showing us a little bit about what you do, and hopefully you can be here for other Land Rover enthusiasts out there to call on for their Rover needs.
I certainly hope so, and thank you, Steve, for taking this time with us this afternoon and allowing me to show you around.
You're welcome.
Look forward to helping anybody out there we can. Thanks so much.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Where's one?
Straight towards the dash.
That's what I did.
Not all the way over. Feel the detents for the reverse.
Backwards.
Yep.